Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. We are still in pool play with our second match of the morning. UOR Carbon taking on NBG FBF. There you see all 8 players and their coaches. Carbon up 1-0 after capturing the flag on Sanctuary, getting their second flag to win the game as the time limit hit. So, Scott, we're going into Team Slayer now. It's on Android. What do you expect to see out of both teams?
Well, I'm expecting to see a lot of chaos on this map, Chris. Based on that game type, which is more structured, everyone was just all over the place. So I'm expecting the same kind of thing. It's going to be pretty much a tie all the way up till 35, and then probably that's when we're going to see a team pull away. It seems to be the common theme on Android.
Did one team have stronger DMRs than the other last game?
I would definitely have to give the advantage to FBF there. A lot of the members, or some of the members of Carbon, I won't single any of you guys out because I used to play for you guys. We're kind of struggling in those battles, Chris.
All right, well, we'll see who comes out on top as we load up our map. It is Android Team Slayer. All right, Scott, and I actually called for Ghost Ayami to start this game because, in my opinion, he was spamming a bit too much last game in his individual battles, and I think he's going to be the difference maker in a game where it's all about the kills and deaths. Assists are great, but if you're giving up deaths, you're going to lose your team the game.
Yeah, that is the truth, Chris. And after the first event, when Ghost played on Dynasty and they finished in the top 8, I told him, I said, sometimes, man, you just outshoot yourself, basically. You just shoot too fast. You really have to slow it down. And he's been trying to work on it, but still adapting to this game. It's still in its infancy stage.
Ghost Ayami definitely hoping for that no bloom update. Bullets using the rockets against Ghost, takes him down. And let's actually keep Ghost Ayami, even though Bullets has those rockets. I do want to keep Ghost Ayami on our screen to see how he starts this game. He did not go for the power weapons at the beginning of the game. He actually took the route up top middle and was able to catch Alumni off guard, who was trying to shoot down on the rocket player.
And keep in mind that custom power will be coming up in about a minute, so look for players to be locking down top middle control, as Ghost is just going to help out and get a double kill already. There it is, Ghost. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice little cleanup action. Cleaning up the assist started there from Captain Anarchy, I believe, and now we got Ghost Ayami pushing under the base, catching Bullets off guard. That's going to be an easy win as he cleans up the headshot. Alumni coming in. Ghost is able to hit him with a melee, though, dropping a shield. So Ghost getting 2 kills there, as well as dropping a shield. I will take that any day.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems to be the route that goes unnoticed is when you drop from top middle and go underneath the base. He catches the Alumni completely off guard. You would expect that to be a very common route, but it isn't in this game type. Mimic with a huge out DMR.
Mimic has such a great little twitch shot there for the 5th shot, and I want you guys to pay attention to that when you're watching his DMR. I've always been impressed with it. There's no snipers on this map, but I think that is actually Mimic's best weapon in the game.
Sniper, really?
Yeah, that's his top 10 play, was a little bit of no-scope action. So, Mimic's such a solid shot. He's got that twitch shot. And let's see how he goes to work here. Getting actually beaten down after a grenade will take him out.
It's very rare that you see a player actually start to heat up when they are on the bottom levels of this map. It seems you really want to stay on yellow and green streets and you avoid the trenches of either of those levels.
There you see a little 2 fast shots there from Mimic. Balloon making a miss at long range. Ice Bane not going to drop down into his grenade, but nice prediction nade. Goes for the reload. Alumni makes him pay. Let's switch off Mimic. He is not having much luck. We take our screen to Alumni, who catches Ghost Ayami off guard. Had 1 more bullet left, but decides to dip out. I think that's actually a smart play here in Team Slayer. Leave the wounded player for your teammate. Keep the deaths down and continue to do damage from afar.
Yeah, especially because with that final shot, with this bloom that has been indicated in this game, you never know if it's going to hit or not, unless you're Roy, and then you know every shot's going to hit.
So far, we have former teammates Alumni and Thuggish Killer on top for both teams. Each player with 9 kills at this point, 27-24. As Carbon is up in game number 2, and Thuggish just got those new rockets. So Carbon, I expect them to pull out even farther here, as Thuggish is just basically patrolling bottom middle with great protection from Ghost Ayami and Captain Anarchy.
Thuggish taking a sneaky route, actually just sitting on the ramps right there from bottom middle, so the nades could not hit him. And now he's just listening to the call outs as he is on the prowl for just kills, Chris.
Bottom player of top middle, could not find him now. Looking for another one, and there it is. Iceman being so sneaky, jumping around the corner, playing a little ring around the rose. He picks up the back smack, and this could be a huge change of momentum here as we have 4 rockets for Iceman to use at his leisure.
Yeah, 4 rockets is definitely huge on this small map. But you don't want to be the person who starts the push with these rockets. You kind of want to follow in and bait your teammates. It's kind of crappy to say, but bait your teammates when you have the rockets on this map, or else you end up in situations like this.
I think the goal is to shoot the rockets.
Of course you're going to think that.
Launch them, man. I haven't seen teams really control them long enough, to be honest. Only player that I saw him use super effectively was a Naval last tournament who got an overkill by shooting all 4 of them pretty darn quick. You got Ice Vein losing those rockets, but it's not a big deal because Elumnite was able to pick those up right away, and Elumnite now doing what I wanted him to do. He saw 2 players, he shot 2 rockets, and now there are no rockets left for Carbon to shoot back at him.
Hey, sometimes if you can't get kills with them, it's better to waste the weapon than actually just leave it on the ground. So, I like where your head's at, Chris. But here we go. They are just 11 kills away.
10. 8. Make that 8. Carbon's starting to pull away here at the end. Mimic's triple is probably the key factor for that last jump. We got Mimic pushing up here, moving over towards the green side of the map, and now he's going to go top middle. Meanwhile, you're watching Elumnite from our losing team at this point. FBF is really struggling in game 2, and Scott, this is not what I expected to see. I expected a much closer game with FBF having the stronger DMRs.
I did as well, Chris, but we knew that at 35, one of the teams was going to be pulling away, and Carbon is just doing an excellent job controlling this map. Mimic with these bottom middle routes underneath the base, catching FBF completely off guard.
FBF all trying to get up top except for Elumnite, who's positioned bottom middle, and Mimic is going to find him, clean up the kill with a nice knee shot, and that will be number 50. So Mimic turning it on in the final 2 minutes of that game, getting 5 straight kills. He will finish with 15. And on the other side, Scott, we had a great game out of Elumnite, but actually none of the players going positive. So Mimic turning it on, going +7, will secure the win here for our Carbon squad. They are now up 2-0 after Team Slayer.
The power weapons, the power-ups really didn't play a factor into that game right there, which is very shocking because it's such a small map. You expect the Rockets to be dominant. But just a good job, just awesome strategy from Carbon throughout that entire game. Mimic constantly taking the under the base routes. We've yet to see that on the main stage. Normally we just see the full out swarm and engulf the other team.
Right. You know, that game was sloppy, I'm not going to lie.
It was pretty much.
Neither team had great setups, but we did see the individual battles won, and some nice cleanup work there from Mimic. Carbon now up 2-0. Guys, we are headed into game number 3 after the quick commercial break, and Gandhi, I believe you are swapping out from Bravo.
Well, at least it's Bravo, right? Yeah, I can take it.
Yeah, tweet us your questions for Bravo, at MLG Puckett, at MLG Gandhi. We will be back with game number 3 after this.